Hey everyone, in this video I just want to quickly show how Power Assist box works as opposed to a regular box. So the biggest, most visible difference about a Power Assist box is the placement of the springs. So as you can see, the springs start at the bottom of the door and then they attach to the body of the box, whereas a regular box, the springs start at the body of the box and they end on the door. So I'm going to show you the exact mechanism of how a Power Assist box works. So first, as most of you are aware, a regular box, the springs are there just to retract the door after you're done using it against the wall, and that just keeps things a little cleaner. So as the box is pushed against the wall, the door pushes the mud out, and then when you're done coating a joint or whatever, the pressure is released and the door comes back. That just helps keep things a little cleaner, and you can actually run a box without the springs, not a problem. A Power Assist box is a little different. When the door is open, the springs are now under tension, and what releases the tension is this mechanism right here. And so when this wheel bar is pushed against the wall, it will release this from this little gear cog here, and when that's released, now the springs can release their tension onto the door and the door is pushed back, and that force helps push the mud out. So watch what happens when I will simulate pushing the bar against the wall. So when this is pushed, that's what happens. And when it's full of mud, of course, it's not that fast. It's just a nice gradual pressure against the door, which just helps the mud come out. So it really is, it's Power Assist. You still have to push, but it's a whole lot easier. And I personally found it really helpful doing stand-up joints, especially on horizontal joints. It's not a huge difference to me because I already have good leverage. But on a tall vertical joint, it's hard to get leverage with the box at the ceiling, especially when you're going over 8 feet, especially with a box that's on an extendable handle. And I also have the 14-inch box in the Power Assist as well. And I especially like the Power Assist in the 14 because the 14 takes a lot more pressure to push the mud out versus you know, a smaller box, like especially a 5.5, just no effort at all. And as you move up into larger sizes, it takes more pressure to push the mud out. And the 12 is a little more difficult, and the 14 is actually takes a lot of pressure to get the mud out. But with the Power Assist, it's no problem. I like this 14 when I'm doing ceilings with lots of light coming across them. I also use the 14 on doing down the sides of butt joints. So the 14 to me is kind of a specialty box. I don't always use it. More often than not, I'm finish coating with my 12-inch box. And the 12-inch box, I'm also really pleased with it being the Power Assist. Me personally, I don't think I'd use a Power Assist on a 10 or an 8 or a 7, or especially not these little 5.5s. But on the larger boxes, it's definitely been helpful to me. Alright, well, I hope that helps explain how the Power Assist box works if you haven't seen one up close. And I hope that was helpful. If you haven't already, consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on future videos of just little reviews and tips and that sort of thing. Okay, thanks for watching.